Welcome back, everyone. Daniel, VintageMagic.com. Are you guys going to watch the Warrior game today? Game 3 today. Warriors and Rockets. All right, here's the deal, guys. I've been asked the question so many times by you guys on email, message, Facebook Messenger, whatever, text. Is the Magic market, is it a bubble? Is this bull market really just a fake little cow wearing little horns? I don't know. Is this all a fugazi? Is it all fake? This is interesting. Cappuccino, iced coffee. All right, so here's the deal, guys. I really think a lot of you guys are very emotional. Well, like for example, the Abyss. The Abyss recently went up for some reason. It went up to like $2,000 on MTG stocks or MTG goldfish or MTG fried dog food. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. You guys seem to think that MTG goldfish and MTG stocks actually dictates what the market is. Some of you guys actually believe that. Some of you guys, well, ask my friend over there. He's pissed. Do you really think that that is the case? Do you think that eBay sales is the market just because an item sells on eBay for $1 million for the Abyss, let's say? It has to be real. It has to be true. It must be real. The whole thing is real. No, guys, one of the hardest things in Magic investing is determining the real value and what to pay. Actually, you should not even think about what all those websites say because you already are behind. If you already are thinking about, basing your information off someone else's website or TCG Player or whatever, ABU Baba Games or Star City, Trolls, whatever, it doesn't matter. You're basically behind the 8 ball in the investing world. You have to make the move before any type of move. And you have to, again, I say this all the time, you have to have the foresight to make a decision and invest in it before the masses essentially invest in it. So, is there a bubble? Because what happens is, with a bubble, basically, I think defined as a tremendous amount of surge of interest, like this, like a SpaceX rocket into Mars. I don't know if they've gone to Mars yet. What do you think? Basically, this rocket is going so sky high for so many cards. And you know what? I'm going to give myself a little credit here. Well, shit, Daniel, you were correct. You were correct. The Power 9, the dual lands, are slowly creeping up a little bit here and there. Wow, the supply has diminished. On Magic Card Market, on eBay, there's been bigger sales. The buy it nows are higher. I wonder why that's occurring. Wow, let me think about this. If you guys watch any of the other videos, and by the way, I'm not trying to be arrogant, I'm trying to be upfront. I've been saying this for the entire time. You have to trust me on this. If these old school cards stick, if there's a parallel to this, right? Like they're kind of the same. If the old school Magic cards stick in terms of value, meaning they're not going to go back down to the lower values where they used to be, that means that the Power 9 and dual lands have to go much higher. So here's the Abyss, here is Power 9 and dual lands. The gap has to be relative, right? So if the Abyss went to 1,000, then the Power 9, wait a second, aren't unlimited moxes $1,000 still? Well, Dan, if you look carefully, no, hold on a sec. If you look very carefully, guys, you'll notice that they've crept up here and there. Well, Daniel, no, the percentage of growth is not what I expect. It is not acceptable because I expect it to go like this. It has to go like this. It has to spike. No, it does not have to spike for it to be growth. That is the problem with these people investing in these Magic cards. They think that they should receive this instant gratification like this. They have to get instant gratification. That's the problem. Let me calm down here. The problem is you guys need to stop thinking about short term. You got to think about long term. We all have to look at our portfolio and sit back and look at the long term. You guys cannot focus on what spikes today, spikes tomorrow, and then buy it based on the spike. No, you have to have a position for the long term. And my question to you is, do you have one? Do you actually have a position for the long term, or are you sitting on 1,000 stone calendars and you're thinking that they're going to go to $1,000 one day? And that's your long-term solution. It's not going to happen. Slow and steady wins the race. Some business guy, some smart business guy, you guys can find him somewhere, Confucius, I don't know, some guy, Batman. Bruce Wayne was a good businessman. Bruce Wayne is rich. He's a billionaire. God. Truthfully, you have to look at slow and steady wins the race. Everybody that actually makes any kind of money in this world, they do it slowly. Shit, 5%? That's a lot of money to people. Oh, year over year growth, even 3%. But at least it's growth, and it's stable growth, right? These ridiculous price spikes are not what the market is. Okay, so went all over like a tangent. This is the curvature, a tangent. Here's the answer. My prediction on this is this. I think a lot of people are reacting to the price of like Chains of Mephistopheles, Never Void, Old Man of the Sea, the Arabian buyouts, you know, the Bazaar of Baghdad. I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. The whole thing is completely, I think people don't understand that it's not stable unless it's organic. And it's the price of entry too. If you are buying into a peak, right, you should question yourself, and it's normal. It's very normal. Am I buying at the high? Do you think that, Daniel, I've been asked this like so many times now. And I have to make this video because it's gotten to the point where I just got to put it publicly out there. Daniel, the other day, Daniel, do you think this is really going to last? Do you really think that if I buy into these cards, they're really going to stick around? I'm waiting for that dip. I'm waiting for that 20%, no, 50% drop on alpha cards. What? All right. I don't know what the financial term is. You can ask Rudy from Alpha Investments or Edwin the Engineering or whatever. I'm not good with terms. But I will tell, maybe ask MTG Lion. He knows everything. All right? Here's the deal. I do not think, whatever it is, the prices cannot reset back to the levels back in the day when Abyss was $200. It will never happen. But do they stick at $2,000? No way. $1,000? Maybe one day it will stick for a consistent amount of time. Only if the market commands that and the supply is low, right? So, in looking at this, I really feel like there are some volatility plays that are really dangerous here. If you buy into certain cards that have spiked like a rocket, you will get smashed if you're buying at the top line peak. Now, do I think that the Abyss or other cards will actually go up and stay up long term? Okay, good question. Okay, another one was Tabernacle. Tabernacle last year at GP Vegas 2017, I was buying them for $700 played. Well, wait. They were like EX near mint, like 7, 8. $700. This was one on eBay just sold on auction for $2,500, and now mint ones are selling for like 3,000-ish range, something like that. What the hell is going on? Well, the word lands for legacy is going on, but people are also, a lot of people have told me, Dan, I gotta buy the Tabernacle. It was just on MTG Stocks or MTG Gold Pigeon, and it spiked. I have to buy it. Shit, it's never, if I don't buy it now, I'm never going to have it again. That's a good point. Never have it again. Well, I'm here to tell you guys, certain cards just are pretty damn rare. The Tabernacle is probably the most valuable, important. If the Legend set, it's like the marquee Michael Jordan card. It's like the card, right? In the Legend set. But people question, Dan, is it going to go to like $500, $700 like it used to be, $1,000? I'm sorry to tell you guys, it's not going to do that anymore because the market corrected into a price that some people use the word inflation. Someone told me the other day, this was an interesting analogy. The prices back in the day, there was this kind of like, no inflation. It hasn't moved for years. Alpha, like I was buying Alpha lands for like, I don't know, $2 to $5 forever. I mean, honestly, it's just ridiculous amount of them. And no one cared. No one thought about buying more of them. The price didn't spike. And then all of a sudden, they're like $20, $30, $40 sometimes. I mean, what happened? Did Alpha lands change in their color? Did they get more rare? No, nothing. Did they look prettier? Did they look uglier? I don't know what's going on. No, I do know what's going on. Maybe it's because the years gone by, there's actually been this type of inflation, this correction that had to happen. And some people are not willing to stomach the change. They're pessimistic. They're like, Dan, no. These prices, I have to sell. I have to sell everything because it's too high. Huh. Well, if you like, public service announcement, if you like to sell your cards, just go to vintagemagic.com and hit the buy list. And I recently updated it where I basically ABU Games, Card Kingdom, and Star City. Only websites. I will match their buy list and I will pay up to 50% cash, not trade. I don't give a shit about trade for this particular thing. Cash money if I really need the card. I will give you more aggressive pricing for cards that are like particularly alpha, old school stuff. If it's beat up and played, do not expect a premium. But if I really need it, I might give you a premium. So it doesn't hurt because I'm gonna match them anyway. But that's my point. So back to the non-corporate mode. Hold on a second. All right, back to the video. All right, enough of the salesman pitch. If you want to sell cards and you want to buy cards, you have to think about the long term and the short term too. But in this particular spike situation, slow and steady wins the race. So many damn cards to buy, so little money. Now here's the problem. The other question that came the other day was, very good question from a guy named Chris in LA. He asked a question, I got $10,000 to $15,000 to spend on reserve list cards, Power 9, he started listing some cards. I want to make, 5, 10%, 10%, he started 10%, 15% return, whatever, most I can. What are the best ways to return my money? And I was just thinking to myself, well, what are the 10 to 15%? And how long are you thinking about holding this? Well, 10 years, 20 years. Okay. The problem that now, the prices now is the entry point is so expensive. So really 10,000, 15,000 return wise, there's a lot of spikes that have already occurred. So there's a lot of cards that have already pushed up. I really think the dual lands and the Power 9 are probably your only marquee cards that will steady Eddie for a long time. I am not saying that reserve list cards could not spike on certain cards, like, I don't know, Gorgian Silix from Antiquities? Maybe, if you want to buy 100 of those. But what's the point? The point is, I am focusing on the slow and steady wins the race, not looking at the crazy market volatility. That's all the problem. The problem is if you only focus on that, if your portfolio is a volatility and you think you're making a buck because MTG Stockhouse is saying it, you are living in a game, a dream. The whole thing is a dream. So, in conclusion, the Warriors will win today. But I also want to tell you guys, back to Chris's question. The only way, yes, I also did not take off the sticker because I'm going to return this hat after I wear 1,000 times. How does that sound, guys? I'm just kidding. I'm not returning the hat. Just too lazy to do it. All right. All bullshit aside. All bullshit aside. I really think that people need to calm the F down. Just calm down, okay? Just drink some more coffee. I want you guys to know that this magic investing thing, this bull market we are in, it's pretty exciting. But I'd be very careful on what you're buying right now. Some of the stuff you're buying could really, really take a long time for it to grow. The only thing that I buy, even at these high prices all the time, are the following: Alpha, Beta, Arabian Nights, Legends in quality condition. Played dangerous mode because it's harder to sell for higher premium later on. I don't know if anybody's watching these videos. I don't know if anybody gives a shit about what I have to say. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the freaking Warriors stop the ISO play! You guys have a good day. I'm flying back today. We'll talk to you later.